Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Week 11 of Sloti Central. I'm Jason Horowitz.
And I'm Mike Fabiano.
And we want to welcome to you. It's going to be another great week of fantasy and NFL football. We had a great week and exciting week last week, didn't we, Mike?
Very exciting. Once again, you can expect the unexpected in fantasy football. I think six teams put up 100 or more points for the fantasy games this week. Well, I think on the low end, the lowly wankers disappointed. Only 36.
Only 36. You know, I thought they would at least put up 37, but they didn't. On tap for this week, Mike, we have some trade rumors, right?
Trade rumors. That trade deadline is a week from now. So the silly season's going strong here. Lots of hot trade rumors. We'll talk about some of those.
We also have some great news to announce. We've got a sponsor. After being week 11, this is week 4 for us being on YouTube and in your homes and in your hearts. We got a sponsor, and we will share the first ever commercial with that.
And of course, we'll have another segment of the ever-popular Commissioner's Corner.
But as we get on to it, we will start with the trade rumors.
Well, I got a fax today from Sloti head office, Jason, and there's some interesting trade rumors here. So we'll just go through some of those really quickly for you. One interesting trade rumor as the deadline approaches is there's talks that the Rutsianos, who's in need of a wide receiver to help bolster his chances, the rumor is that McGonagall is going to send Andre Johnson and Julius Jones to the Rutsianos in exchange for Maurice Jones-Drew and Eddie Kennison. What do you think about that deal?
You know, it's a solid trade all around. It kind of pleases both owners, and I'm thinking with this within this last week of this trade deadline, it's going to happen.
I think it could happen. I mean, what they got to lose? It's time for teams that are going to make that playoff run to bolster their lineup with teams that aren't going to be in the playoffs. They can give things up for free because the way this league's been run this year, I mean, we've seen garbage trades. We're talking Peyton Manning, Joe Horn. We've seen trades clearly with collusion. We had John Kitna for Steven Jackson.
Yes.
So if garbage trades and collusion trades are allowed, I can't see why any trade from this point on would not be allowed.
Well, that's just it. You know, you have trades like that, and all it takes is one trade, like the first one we saw at the beginning of the year, to start off a year in fantasy football, and it just snowballs from there. It's a big snowball effect, and it's going to blow up in our face pretty quick here, and it's going to happen this week because the trade deadline isn't a week from today.
That's right. The Commissioners lost all control of this league, but that's debate for another time. So another trade rumor that came about is that the Jabronis are being tickled by the Frito-Rays. Frito-Rays is trying to acquire Drew Brees, and he's offered David Carr and Marty Booker in exchange for that.
Right. Well, you know, the Jabronis are trying to improve their wide receiving core, and what better way to go about it than trade Drew Brees for a solid receiver such as Marty Booker.
That's right, especially, you know, the Dolphins. I believe Jabronis is a Dolphins fan at heart, so
that's right.
It might help sway the whole deal to go through.
For sure. What else you got for us on the waiver?
Another, just a one-on-one. Could be the blockbuster of the deal. That's a Rudy Johnson being shipped to Panic from the Pondicherry Invisible Badgers in exchange for Larry Johnson. Johnson for Johnson, 2 stud running backs.
Well, you know, I think it all depends on this week and see how the Panic actually do pan out, you know. They are at 5-5 right now, and they need a win. So if they lose, you never know. The Johnson for Johnson trade could come true.
You never know. And one more trade rumor to mention. It's a 3-way deal. It looks like Mike Hunt might send to the Maulers Thomas Jones and Reggie Brown in exchange for running back Willie Parker and the Seahawks defense. And then the Mike Hunt will then send the Seahawks defense over to Johnny Utah along with Brandon Jacobs in exchange for the Ravens defense.
Wow.
Jason, that's where the Mike Hunt thinks he's weak is at defense, and here's a chance for him to get the Ravens.
Yeah, you know, the way Mike Hunt has been falling lately, he really needs a defense, and he's been complaining about his defense, but he lucked out last week, got some huge points, and was able to get the win over the Fudge Packers. So maybe his defense really isn't so susceptible, and he could settle down. But with that opportunity right there, I'd say why not? Let's go for it. And I just want to correct real quick: the Panic are 4-6, not 5-5. So trades are definitely in their future, aren't they?
I think so. But it's all rumors at this point. But we'll see how it pans out over the next week. Now, exciting time. Our first ever word from our sponsor. Let's go to it. Click, clack. Click, clack. Click, clack. Under Armour.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed our first ever sponsor and first of many more. I hope, don't you, Mike?
It's great to have a sponsorship dough rolling in.
Dough rolling in.
That was a great commercial.
Great commercial. From there, we're going to go on to what's going to be an empty, but definitely it's going to be the Grey Cup weekend. Right? What do you think, Mike?
Well, I think the Grey Cup, you know, the Riders are out of it now. Who gives a darn, really?
Yes.
But if I got to make a prediction, let's go with BC Lions. They played pretty darn good last weekend.
Very true. You know, and I agree with you on one pick, and that was the Riders last week. So this week, I'm going to go against you, and I'm going to pick Montreal Alouettes. Anthony Canavillo is just awesome, so I guess I'm picking the French.
Well, there you have it. I think that's enough time to go into the CFL this week. Let's get on to Commissioner's Corner. Well, I hope you enjoyed Commissioner's Corner again. Anything else before we air off?
No, you know, one quick mention to the Peacock Tomatoes. We did win a provincial title. We are 3A 12-man champs. What a great way to end it.
Congratulations on that, Jason.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But other than that, that's it from here. We're out of time. Other than that, Mike, what do you got to say?
I was going to say good luck with Fantasy Week 11. Playoff time's coming. It's crunch time. 4 teams going for the division title.
That's right.
Still 4 or 5 teams in the hunt for wild cards, so you know it's going to be close to the right to the very end.
Very true.
And for Jason Horowitz to my left here, I'm Mike Fabiano. Good luck with fantasy football. We'll see you next time.